Oh man, my strength increased by 8. Now I feel like I could do anything.
This game has stats.
I, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it's really
It's,
inconsequential.
you're taking out every enemy in the same amount of hits.
Yeah, well, I think there's maybe a little bit of difference, but yeah, the story for this is that while we've been out fighting Jinx, Gizmo, and Mammoth, all the other Hive students just came into the Teen Titans house and the Titans Tower and took it over again.
Wouldn't it have made more sense for Jinx, Mammoth, and whatever, Cypher Rage, what's his name?
What?
Titan?
Hold
What's his
up.
name? Gizmo, right, yes.
Hold up one
Giz-
moment. Are you trying? Are you telling me that you actually watched that movie?
No, I watched
The
reviews
nostalgia
of
critic
that movie.
review of it.
Well, I usually watch as much review. Like, when I have a lot of reviews that I enjoy, and so when a new movie comes out, I'm like, finally, some new reviews. I don't watch movies, but I watch a ton of movie reviews. Which is funny because I play a lot of video games, but I don't really watch a lot of video game related content.
Oh
So
wow,
I don't
that's
really watch.
just like two girls that are both weak to Cyborg. I mean, why wouldn't they? He can shoot a rocket from his shoe because he's Cyborg.
Yeah, well, he can, but only in one episode.
Yeah, yeah, but this brings up something that I wish. Well, okay, maybe not that I wish was brought up more, but it was something to think about. Everybody knows where the Teen Titans live. I mean, it's a giant tower. It's a giant tower just on the coastline, right? And
Pretty much. And you know how I feel about coastline properties.
but seriously, it's just right there. It's sure maybe you'd need a boat to get to it or something, but everyone knows where they live. Just you,
I'm pretty sure they have security systems.
yeah. I mean, Cyborg says that he has security systems, but for the types of guys that they fight, I mean, a lot of episodes is them going someplace, then getting their butts handed to them. But for the types of guys that they fight, guys that I'm sure would love revenge, you'd think that they wouldn't set out elaborate plans. Well, I guess elaborate plans to get certain people to be alone and then take them out one by one or something. But just go into their house with your superhuman powers and wreck their stuff.
You see, the Teen Titans enemies, their their modus operandi is pretty much doing things without alerting the attention of the Teen Titans. So going to the Teen Titans to fight them is kind of counterintuitive. So I'm assuming the people who do take on them in their own home are the people who are confident enough to do it, and we've seen people do it, which means people do it. So I'm assuming I'm right, and that it's just the people who think they can pull it off that try.
I guess. Yeah, because in a way, just even there's barely all the personal grudge, stuff except for Slade. Just is usually like usually resolved on their own in a different location.
Certainly true.
So, but I'm like saying, I guess somebody like Slade, just has there's you'd think other than that one time where he hired the Hive, and possibly one other episode that I haven't watched. I mean, I haven't watched every episode, so I'm not an authority on the series. Just apart from that, you'd think he'd have, with his seemingly unlimited resources in the first two seasons, just have a different way of just wrecking their stuff and breaking their spirits.
Well, you see, I mean, Slade's a bad example because he does go after them personally a lot.
Well, yeah, but I'm not so much talking about them going personally. I'm talking about the fact that the Titans Tower is just right there.
Yeah, but he does do stuff within the Titans Tower. He doesn't have to. You see, the best villains, and this was why. Let me think. I'm trying to remember. Voldemort. There's a villain Darth Vader, where the best part, a villain is at his best when he is evil just through intimidation. He gets other people to do his dirty work for him, and he doesn't have to do anything to instead respecting people. And that was Slade. Slade did everything from his home base. He got other people to do stuff for him. He messed with people when he wasn't there. He doesn't have to go to the Titan store to mess with the Titans at the Titan store.
You know, you have actually a really good point. I actually concede to you on that one.
Right. I'll chalk that up as the play of the game.
No, no, no. Oh man, I just realized that I could technically, I could technically buy Overwatch for myself now.
Wait a second. Before we get to you succumbing to PC Master Race even more,
No,
did Cyborg just pull the shoulder cannon in this shoot him up, beat him up
yes, he had just like that's
video
his,
game? He has used more powers in this game, in this one part of this game, than he has in the show in general.
yeah, that's his aerial. That's his aerial special. He shoots missiles from all parts of his body.
Yeah. I wish that happens more often. I'm pretty sure we've already complained about this, and I'm pretty sure we're going to complain about this again. It's because it was such a shame.
Yeah, I mean, now that he's part of the Justice League, he's got a lot more stuff. Well, no, I won't say a lot more stuff, but maybe a lot more stuff. I haven't watched a lot of Justice League action. I probably should.
The thing is, he just doesn't do stuff because, in general, the Teen Titans don't do stuff in this cartoon. They have their one move, and then in a specific episode they do something else. Cyborg goes to 150%.
Okay, you're never going to let that go, are you?
Well, actually, you found that more annoying than me.
Yeah, but I at least said, okay, that's stupid, but you keep bringing it up.
Well, yeah, because it's one of the. I mean, Teen Titans was a fine cartoon, but it certainly wasn't 10 out of 10 flawless.
I mean, that entire last fight with Brother Blood was just
10 out of 10 flawless.
What?
It was great.
No, it wasn't.
Beast Boy taking on.
I said Brother Blood.
Oh yeah, not Brainiac. Yeah, right.
That wasn't Brainiac either. That was the Brain. Just
really?
Yes, I wouldn't blame you. They literally have two giant monkeys, two super smart monkeys, Monsieur Mala and Gorilla Grodd. Just seriously.
Okay, so that was Brainiac. They were not.
They're not Brainiac. That's the Brain.
Does the show
the Pinky and the Brain?
Not...
Yes, 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 yes.
The show specifically says it's not Brainiac.
It's the Brain.
Dude, as in Slade is Deathstroke.
Yes.
And you're telling me the Brain is not Brainiac.
You know, now that you put it that way, I think I might have to research. But they specifically say it like it's a Beast Boy enemy. Like a Doom Patrol enemy kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, they had to give it to Doom Patrol because they couldn't give it to Robin, Starfire, or Raven. And Cyborg already had 50 enemies in the series, so...
I guess, so maybe you might be right, but they specifically said the Brain. They never called him Brainiac.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, so I'm willing to like say I don't know on this one, because I could just very much just like, well, you're not sure either, but neither am I,
No,
so I'm not.
Sure.
Oh, really? Just okay. How about if I ever remember, just like just to see if you're so sure, just wait until I like bring up the wiki page. Just like that slowly goes up when you say, "Oh, I'm sure," and then it just like slowly shows the clause, the very sentence that says, "Despite common misconceptions, the Brain is different than Brainiac."
Yeah, but you see, since you explained the joke, you can't do it anymore. Well, no, technically you can still.
Anyways,
The thing is, if if that page doesn't show up in the video, we'll know that I was right,
well,
or that he
yeah, and
just forgot.
I'm willing. Well, yeah, but I'm willing to take that gamble. Except with my memory, because my memory is terrible.
Good.
Also, that guy just like popped into existence 2 feet above, just like, oh, I finally escaped my prison dimension, and oh god!
I mean, he should know that he was only trapped in the prison dimension because he wasn't fighting well enough.
Yeah, well, either way, the Hive guys suck. The Hive guys suck. That being said, just like I really did love the Hive school infiltration episodes.
Those are
I think it was a
also,
2-part.
what's his name again? Cyborg episodes.
Yeah, cyborg episodes. I really loved the Hive stuff. In those
Cyborg
episodes.
generally has the best arcs.
Yeah. Even if not all of them are resolved in the best ways.
Yeah, but at least they aren't like terrible like Robin's.
I don't even remember how half of Robin's arcs ends. I just know that a lot of it in the middle is kind of painful to watch.
It involves his unhealthy obsession with Slade and becoming Red X, and also Red X random. They really could have tried harder to explain how Red X existed. You know what? Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, well, Jinx just showed one of the powers that I didn't allow her to show in her first fight, where for some reason she can sap our health and add it to hers, which makes no sense, but whatever.
Raven should be able to give her poison health.
Just like, how is that bad luck related? Also, I feel like Jinx should be much more powerful. Just if you think about it, just like if she could just literally just point somewhere, and something goes wrong for somebody else. Just imagine imagine the potential use of that.
It's a Teen Titans cartoon. No one was at their full potential.
Yeah. Except Raven in certain episodes, but only those
Oh
episodes.
no, that doesn't count because everyone was at their full potential in certain episodes, and that's what makes the rest of the series that much more disappointing in terms of their powers.
Yeah, that's true. Either way, this whole Hive taking over thing goes on for a bit, so we're cutting off here. I'm just making fun of her at that point, jumping over her face.
Teabagging.
I was going to avoid teabagging because that what that could possibly imply.